James chapter 4, verse 4, "You adulterous people, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God." Now that sounds like a very rude way to start an encouragement, don't you think so? You adulterous people. Well, in the writing of the book of James, he's used very loving words to address his readers. He's calling them brothers. At one point, he even calls them my dear brothers. And then he turns around and he calls his readers, you adulterous people. It really catches your attention. And it's supposed to. But why is he calling his readers adulterous people? You see, he's following the pattern of the Old Testament prophets. The prophets frequently compared the relationship between Yahweh and his people to a marriage relationship. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 54, verses 5 and 6, "For your Maker is your husband. Yahweh Almighty is his name. The Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. He's called the God of all the earth. Yahweh will call you back, as if you were a wife deserted and distressed in spirit, a wife who married young, only to be rejected, says your God." And we see in Isaiah, God is consistently portrayed as the husband and Israel as the wife in this picture. And every time we see Israel fall into idolatry, she is accused of adultery. Like it says in Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 20, "But like a woman unfaithful to her husband, so you have been unfaithful to me, O house of Israel, declares Yahweh." James is following this tradition and uses adulterous people to label his readers as people who've been unfaithful to God. But how have they been unfaithful to God? How are believers adulterous? It's by having a friendship with the world. By seeking friendship with the world, they are in effect committing spiritual adultery. Now, this does not make sense in our modern world that we live in, but in the ancient world, friendship involved sharing all things in a unity, both spiritual and physical. So you see now why James insists that anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God, because they're sharing values and standards of the world in their lifestyle and thinking and are becoming adulterous. Are you trying to find unity in the world by lowering your standards, your convictions, and your commitment to being faithful to Jesus? Come out from her, my people. Let God be God and you, his children.